friends, it's Sydney from Sid Plans It Out. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Today we're going to be setting up my budget planner for February, and for like the actual like budget part that I'm going to do, I have a different thing that I'm going to try this month than what I did last month, because I just feel like if it's not working, then I shouldn't force it to work, right? So yeah, I'm just gonna keep trying things until I find something that works. I feel like that's the best way to go about it. So let's start with this monthly. So obviously it's February, it's, you know, Valentine's Day decorations. So let's see what we got here. I have so much stuff out. Okay. So I pulled out pink and purple functionally chic blooms. That was a weird way to say that, but yeah. I want to use, I think I'm going to use these, which is why I pulled out purple. I know they're not like super Valentine's-y, but also they're very pretty, but I don't necessarily see myself using them for anything else. Whereas there are like two other sets in here where I was like, well, maybe I want to use it for different things. So because that's what I'm really good at, is being like, well, but maybe. Ugh. So yeah, we're going to go with these, which is, like I said, why I pulled out purple also. So first thing, I want to white out this little notes guy. And then I think I'm just going to tear out this page, put these books to the side, do some decorating, and then put in like boxes and stuff. So where shall we start? I think I'm going to put this down here where there's like no days down there. I know that these are not like traditionally, you know, Valentine's-y, but I really like them, which is interesting because I'm not really a huge purple person, which I know I've been saying a lot recently, I feel like, at least, and then using a lot of purple, but it's just, I don't know, it's not traditionally something that I like gravitate towards, but here I am. I think I'm going to put this one right here. Yeah, it's interesting how that works, isn't it? Sometimes you're like, yeah, I hate that color, and other times you're like, you know, that color's not so bad, and then you're like, well, I don't really like this color, but I'm going to use it. And then you just like use it over and over. And you're like, where did this come from? How did this happen? You know, anyone else? Just me? I mean, possible, but all right, let's see what else we want to do here. I know I almost said last month, I put them all across the top, but I don't know about that this month. I think I'm going to put this, I think I'm going to save like the individual ones and like some of this, like maybe that one, maybe this one to go like in the middle, because there's definitely going to be room. But I'm going to put this up here, and then I'm going to put this one down here, and then something will have to go over here. I'm thinking this, maybe like right here, just to, you know, balance it all out. And then also once I cut these, I'll have scraps from these to add in. But yeah, I'm really like, I know I said this when I did my monthly, and I think also my currently, I'm like really shook that, like it's gonna be February. Like, what? I had a fear this is going to happen, that this year, oh my gosh, it's stuck, help. Jeez. That this year was going to be like a continuation of last year moving so fast, right? And so far I feel like I've been correct in that statement. I feel like this year is literally flying by, which, what? What? How? It's bonkers. It's bonkers. It's all bonkers. Like, I was talking to my to my physical therapist about this the other day, but I was like, what? I don't believe that the days are 24 hours long anymore. I think we're getting gypped. Like there's absolutely no way that these days are 24 hours long. I just don't believe it. Like, does anyone else feel that way? I feel like I'm definitely getting gypped on time here. I don't know. Maybe that's just what happens when you get older. But I definitely don't feel like they're 24 hours. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but that's how I'm feeling. Oh, I was gonna put this like this. What? I guess I'll put it this way. Figures since this has a corner. Oh my gosh, except I can't, it's not straight. I figured since this has a corner, I might as well put it in a corner, right? I feel like that makes sense. Just add a little bit over there. This piece also has a corner on it, so I mean, I could put it here. Not me trying to figure out which corner this goes to. Lord. I could put it there. We might come back to this piece. I'm not sure on this one. I mean, I don't know. Would it look weird right here? Part of me feels like it would look weird right here, but maybe we put something there also. That would probably help. So we could do like just a little bit off of this, I think. That'll work. We'll just take this little piece off of here. It feels so quiet right now in my apartment because the way that I like make it through my work days and like actually be a productive human being is by like listening to YouTube videos or a podcast or something. And I just found a new true crime podcast which is so weird because I've definitely like searched true crime podcasts before and this one has not come up, but they have like a ton of episodes. So I don't know how I haven't found them before, but I found this new one. It's called Going West True Crime and I really like it, but I've been listening to it like every day, like all day for the last week or whatever. And yeah, so my apartment feels very, very quiet right now because it's no longer playing because I'm doing this. So it feels a little bit strange. I don't know how I feel about this piece of sticker right here. I definitely just cut the crap out of the divider. Whoops. I guess that piece is okay. We'll leave it. Jeez. And then I'll make a lot of noise. My bad. Okay. I was gonna use that one. I forgot. Let's pull this one in. I was gonna put it over here, but now I'm kind of thinking, actually, let's wait on this. I think what I should do now is I should put in the boxes so then I can figure out like where there's empty space and like what spaces feel weird kind of thing. Oh geez, if I could stay in frame, I bet you all would appreciate that. Also, this video could end up being a little bit choppy, I gotta be honest with you, because I'm gonna have to film it like in chunks because I am making dinner but like I wanted to do this, so yeah, I'm gonna have to stop to go eat that, but I wanted to do this because I knew if I didn't just like do it, then it probably wasn't gonna get done. And I wanted it to be done. So yeah, here we are. Okay, let's go with this color pink. We'll put, I know this section's gonna be full because there's plenty that goes up there. And then which purple? Maybe like the really dark purple and then this really light purple, because I feel like Those would look nice. Yeah, I like those. So we'll do, there's 2 bills due on the 1st. That box is crooked, I think. Now that I'm like looking at it straight on, I'm not sure, but I think it's a little bit crooked. So we'll just straighten it out a touch. All right, we'll go with that. And then 2 bills due on the 2nd. I need more desk. This is like a constant struggle of my life. I need more desk. But desks are expensive. Like, why are they so expensive? I don't understand. At least like a bigger desk. Like the 2 desks that I currently have are not very expensive, but also they're not very big. So, you know, kind of stuck there. All right, then we have 7. I'm trying to figure out, like, make sure I mix up the colors. So we have 7 and then 9. Okay, so I don't want more pink over here. So let's make the 7, that bill, let's make that one pink. And then the 9th, the 12th. Okay, so on the 9th, let's do, I guess, both of the purples, because there's 2 on the 9th, of course. I wish I could like pick due dates for things so I could spread them out how I want them in my calendar. Literally just so I could spread them out and make them look nice on a planner spread. That's ridiculous, but sometimes that's how I feel. Sometimes that's just how my brain works. Things that I desire. All right, let's put, okay, what else do we have? We have 12, 16, 19. Of course, all this stuff is due on Sundays. I love that. Not, because you never know what you're gonna get. Okay, let's do these ones. So we have 12, 19, 20, 27. Because I want to make sure I like spread out the colors. So I'm thinking we make this one pink. Yeah. And then we'll do, oh gosh, I like can't reach things. Okay. We'll make this one purple, like the lighter purple. And then we'll make this one and the 27th, this darker purple. That way we get it over here as well. Because I feel like since it's so bold, it definitely needs more presence over here. So I feel like it doesn't necessarily, like, it doesn't stick out in a bad way, but I definitely feel like it's noticeable. So I want to make sure that I spread it. That being said, since I do want to make sure that I spread it out, I'm kind of thinking the 24th I should make that dark purple as well. So let's just do that. Okay. What else do I have now? Now I'm like, oh gosh, I went out of order. Let's see, 16. Oh, that's it, just 16 on this side. Okay. So, I guess pink. I don't like that they're all stacked. That's so annoying. So irritating. All right. And then for paydays, I could just put down a sticker that says payday. Could do that. I could put down a bullet though. And I'm thinking maybe we go with like the light purple bullets. There's these squares. I was like, what is this? Okay, there's these square bullets. And I'm pretty sure I used these last month as well, but I think they're just different. I like them. So let's just go ahead and use these for paydays. So I'll get paid on the 15th and the 28th, which this paycheck's gonna suck because there's not very many days there. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. That sucks. I did like some rough math earlier to just like kind of get a guesstimate, because there's 2 paychecks. So the one on the 31st, I don't know how much that one's actually going to be, because we haven't had a paycheck since I've worked at this company that has 96 hours on it. And then I don't know how much this one's going to be, because we haven't had a paycheck that only has 72 hours on it either. So I like did some guesstimating earlier. Yeah. So I have like numbers to go off of. They're just not like perfect numbers, right? So we'll see. This paycheck should be, I should know what that one is, because it's the same amount of hours as other paychecks that we've had, but you know, sometimes things change for no reason, I feel like. Like the paycheck that I got, I think the last paycheck that I got was more than I thought it was going to be, and I can't figure out why. I'm not mad about it, but a little bit confused. But it's whatever. It is what it is, I guess. Do I just finish this side? I mean, at this point, I feel like I might as well. I started it, so let's just finish it out. That's purty. All right. Let's stick some of these in here. And then I'm going to write in my bills, and then I'm going to go eat my food, and then I'll be back to do math things, which is the worst part, because I stink at math. And also, like, I don't know, like, it doesn't, I don't want to say that doing my budget makes me anxious, because it doesn't, like, make me anxious. It's more just, like, I still don't feel like I know what I'm doing, so, so I'm just like, well, I guess this works. Yeah, I guess that's right. Sure, that'll be okay. And I don't know. I'm very much in a fake it till you make it kind of position right now with my budget. That's kind of how I feel, is like I am just making this up and hoping for the best. Would it be weird to just like stick this in the middle? I mean, probably. So maybe we don't do that. I could, I feel like something needs to go up there because it's like all over there. But also, like, maybe it would be nice to just keep these like inside the boxes, and then those ones are outside the boxes, except for like that. Yeah, let's just go with that. I don't know. Let's cut this. Ugh. When the sticker just decides to stick to your scissors. Like, excuse me, I did not ask for that. How rude. I'm losing my mind, you guys. Losing my mind. When you're watching this video, I think at least, what day does this go up? Friday. I don't know. I really don't, actually. I'm like thinking about it. I think when this video goes up, yeah, it will. Okay, so when this video goes up, oh my god, if I could finish a freaking sentence, I will be in, like, on a work trip. So I'm like, you know, I'm just feeling like a little bit weird about life right now, because I'm like, there's so much going on with all the work things. And I did a new thing at work today that I knew was not a fun task, but also, like, you know, trying to do my part, contribute. It's not my project, but like I had time, so I was like, sure, I'll help. And it was probably the worst thing I've ever done, and I never want to do it again. I literally, like, it was awful. Oh, that reminds me, I need to go reset my Wi-Fi. I think that was part of the reason, was my internet was just being atrocious, which was making for a not fun adventure. Ooh, I like that. That's fun. That little section is kind of busy, but I don't hate it. I kind of think I want to take this one. This has become like a really long adventure, I feel like, just this decorating part. But that's why I'm going to write in it. Not on camera, so you're not bored out of your mind. And then, like I said, I'll come back and we'll do the actual budget part. Oh man, I did not cut this straight at all. What in the heck? How? Okay, I think that's better. What was I saying? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, well, no, I don't know. I am a mess. Wow, I still didn't cut that straight. What the heck? What the heck? Let's see if we can fix it. I don't know why I cannot cut in a straight line today with a pair of scissors. That is illogical. X-Acto knife to the rescue. All right, now I feel like I need to cut that off because it's like the tiniest little nothing. Ugh. Oh, I think what I was saying before I interrupted myself was that I'm sure you don't want to sit here and watch me continue to put these stickers down when you came for a budgeting video. All right, I lied. This is going up here because this is really driving me crazy that there are absolutely no florals up here. It's just like boring. I think that's the problem. All right, that's gonna have to go off the page in order to make that kind of straight. But yeah, so I have one more floral to put down, and then I'm going to eat my food, write in the bills, and then we'll come back and we'll do the actual budgeting part. Because I feel like if you clicked on a budgeting video, you clicked on it for the actual budgeting, not for my rambling. I don't think I'm going to put any quotes in this month. I thought about it, but then I don't really feel like going to search for any right now. So yeah, I think this is supposed to go the other way, but I kind of want it like that. All right, we are decorated. I'm going to take a short pause, which you would never even know, but I feel like I need to tell you. So yeah, I will be back and then we'll do math. Gross. All right, we're all filled in, ready to go here. So let's move on to the next thing. The next thing I want to do is fill out this page. So for January, I don't think I filled this out originally, but I filled out this page with everything that like I have due, made some different categories and whatnot, and then I've just been going through and like marking everything for what category it is. That way, at the end of the month, I can go back and be like, okay, you know, where did I overspend? Where did I, you know, that kind of thing. So let's set this page up, and I have to remember what color goes where. So this one is red, and under housing will just be rent. These categories might change like a touch throughout the year, depending on like, I guess kind of where I'm spending money types of things. You know, if there's like a category I decide like I should break that out a little bit more, pay more attention to it kind of thing, then I can do that, and I will do that. But as of right now, this is kind of where I'm at. So let's see. That and gas. So my car payment and gas. And I could put in, so I like have a sinking fund set up for for my car, like my car insurance when it renews. But I don't know, like, do I need that here? I'm not sure. I haven't figured out quite yet how to fit like sinking funds and stuff into this. So we'll see. Food, let's see. DoorDash, because I'm terrible and I just continue to do it. I'm the worst. It's just convenient and I'm lazy. And the pandemic ruined me. What else? Oh, groceries. Like, I honestly don't think I had ever one singular time used DoorDash until the pandemic, when like that was all that I did, because it was like the only way you could get food. So yeah, good times. I need this to figure out what goes into this category. There's a lot in this one. There was just some of them I was like, I don't really know what to like, what else to put, like where else to put these things. Like, these are bills. They're not like entertainment. They're bills. So I feel like they're personal. I don't know. I feel like that makes sense. It makes sense in my head, and that's really all that matters, right? Because it's my budget. I think so. And then it's funny. I have under personal, I have a personal category, but like this category to me is like clothes or like makeup or, you know, stuff like that. So it's kind of what I'm using that for. And then I have like a miscellaneous category for like, I just spent money on something random. Like, I don't know. Let's see what was under miscellaneous in January. I don't know. Like Amazon, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of just like a catch-all thing. Like, you're not really like a personal item. You're not really like a, I guess that's what it is I'm doing like personal items, and then miscellaneous is like everything else. I don't know. I should probably break those out more, but I'm not sure how I want to break them out. So this is what we're going with for now, because I'm trying to not make it too difficult for myself. And then, oh my gosh, I'm shedding. And then we have Netflix, Spotify, Kindle, Hulu. Is that everything? Oh, Patreon. I was putting Patreon under there also, because it really is like kind of entertainment, you know? Like, yeah, I feel like that makes sense. Oh no, that's not the right color. Ah, what do I do? It's supposed to be this. No, this isn't the right color either. Oh my gosh. I'm a disaster. What color is it? Oh yeah. Well, that is unfortunate. It's this one. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Oh well, it happens. And then other I've been using for planner stuff, and then that's really all I have it for right now. So, okay, so I have a category set up, so we're good there. We have the monthly. Okay, we're done with these pages, so let's put them back in the planner. And then we'll move on to the actual budgeting part, but like the boring part, because like numbers hurt my head. Okay, so there is my monthly, good to go. All right, now for this month, I created this little thing that I think is gonna work for me. I feel like that pink's probably, oh wow, that pink looks way better on camera than it does like for me. In the sense of like, it's a really bright pink, but I mean, I like it, but you know, it's very bright. So, I did like a little rough draft of this because I just wasn't sure if it was gonna work or like what I was gonna do, but I think it's gonna work. So I have my list of bills here. I already went through and I wrote out all of the dates that they're due, and then I put like a total column because I know that that's all there's gonna be in February. I left March because I think in March there will be, I'm pretty sure that's when my next car insurance is due. I think it's at the end of March. I can never remember if it's March or April. I should probably like, you know, pay attention, but I'm not great at that all the time. Hence, money is not always my friend. But okay, so I have all 3 paydays here for, I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, I think that's better. So I have the January 31st paycheck. So the end of January usually pays everything up until this paycheck. And then this paycheck, my first paycheck of like whatever month is coming next, will pay the rest of the month. And then this paycheck will go towards March. So this is like the last February one. It'll go towards March. Yeah. I think it'll make sense once I actually like start writing it out. So let's start writing it out. So we're going to do rent, and I want to start putting aside just a little bit more for rent because rent does like kind of fluctuate, and I know that my rent is going to, and the reason it fluctuates is because they add like water to it. So it fluctuates a little bit. But I also know that my rent is going to go up. So like, I'm sure it is because that seems to be the way of the world. And I contemplated moving, but also I don't want to. I do not have the energy, especially with the way that this year is going to be. Like it's just not going to be a thing for me. So just going to hope for the best. Probably going to have to like change up some stuff with my spending and whatnot, but I mean, that's not a bad thing. So, all right. So I'm just going to finish writing all of these bills in. Bills are written in. Got that all figured out. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go paycheck by paycheck here. And I like to split bills into multiple payments, I guess, to myself, in the sense of like, I'm not going to just out of this paycheck take out all of rent. Like I used to do that with the way that I paid bills, and it just never worked out the way I wanted it to. So I started this I think last year. I don't remember when, but at some point last year, I think, maybe the whole year, but this has been working for me. So this is what I'm going to go with. So for this, for January 31st, good Lord, I'm going to pay, so it would normally be just exactly half, but from my January, like mid-January paycheck, I didn't get, I only put aside $550. So instead of it being $560 and $560, this one's going to be $565. And then next to it, I'm going to write the month that it's for. And also I have a feeling, just because, you know, I know how it goes, that some of these are going to end up getting, like, it might not end up being exactly like this, just based on how much I get and all of that good stuff. Like, I just foresee things changing, knowing myself. So this is what I'm going to attempt to budget. Like, this is like the ideal. This would be exactly what I want. But, you know, life happens. So if it doesn't end up exactly like this, then, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I want to attempt to be more, I guess, cognizant of, you know, what I have, what I'm saying in this, like what I'm actually budgeting. But also, if it doesn't happen, you know, it doesn't happen, and it is what it is. I don't see any point in beating myself up over it. So yeah, that's where I'm at. All right, and then this one will be the last. That's the last, like, have to pay kind of thing, because then we get paid on the 15th. So Like, so like Kindle, for instance, this one will get paid with this paycheck because that doesn't come out until after that second payday. But I will pay like parts. So this one, pay half of this for February. And then I'll put aside, since this is not one that I like, I mean, maybe I could make a payment beforehand. I'm not really sure. I've honestly never thought about it. But this will be one that like I'll just put aside $45, and then when that bill due date comes along, I'll move it back into my other account, like back into the account that it's being paid from, and then I'll have both. So for Kindle, there will be none here, and then there won't be any here either. I think that's right. Yeah, my brain was like, wait, did I do that right? I did. Okay. And then Hulu, so half of this, so I'll put $42.50 aside for February. And then Evergy, which is my electric, we'll put half of that aside for February. And then we'll keep going here. So this one though, so if we start back at the top, so rent be $560 that I'll put aside, but this will be for March. And then the same on the 28th. It'll be $560, but it'll be for March. I feel like this is going to be nice for me, and this is going to work because I like knowing like, okay, what am I paying this for? Like, where is this for? What is this? Like, am I paying it for right now? Like for this month? Am I paying it for the next month? What am I doing with it? So there won't be anything there. And then we'll do the full Patreon payment here for March. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to repeat this column here or if I'm just going to leave it and then I'll do like the 2 Marches and then April. I'm not really sure what we're going to do there yet. I'm thinking I'm just going to repeat it, which might seem silly, but you know, they say the more times you write something, the more you remember it, right? So I think that's kind of what I'm going for here. Is that I'm just going to keep writing things to make them make more sense. So this is just what I'm going to continue to do is figure out what goes where, what's paying everything. And then I'm going to add everything up into this total column, and then I will be back. Okay, I got everything written in, and I got the totals. So you can see here that the last bill of the month usually has a little bit more on it in the sense of like there's more things, but I don't know, that's just kind of been working for me. The other thing that I could do is I could like split up this Netflix bill. It's just like, it's only $19.99. Like, I mean, it would make it like, I would probably do like $10 every paycheck, which might not be bad. We might like, maybe we'll do that in March. I'm not really sure. This is what I have for February right now though. And of course, if I like, you know, get to February and then decide that I need to change something or whatever, I totally can. This is like the basis of like, this is what I want. This is how I want everything to look. This is where I want the money to go kind of thing. So like I said, I have like rough estimates of, well, this one, okay, so I know for sure, I'm trying to think, let's put paycheck. This is going to be something that I'm going to write it out on here. What I have right now is like my estimate. And then what I'll do is I'll go back when I actually get paid and I can, you know, shuffle things as needed and all that good stuff. This one for sure should be this. This one My estimate is this. So what I'm thinking is going to happen is like, because, so for the February 15th, all the bills add up to $1123.65 and I'll get $1871.75. For the February 28th, it's $1176.64 and I'm thinking I'm going to get roughly $1531.43. So I see now, like, this is not going to leave me with as much as this is. So what I'll probably do is I'll move just like a little bit of extra from this one to cover over here in case this is a lot smaller than I think it's going to be. And I can do the same with this paycheck as well, because I think this should be roughly $2041.90. Again, not 100% sure on those numbers, but that's what we're going with. What I did to figure that out is, like, I know consistently that this $1871.75 is what I get for 88 hours. So I divided it by 88 and then I multiplied it by however many hours it's going to be. So this would be 96. So yeah, 2041.90-ish. Again, you know, things change because taxes and all that garbage, but these are my guesstimates. And then again, times 72 gives me $1531.43. So that's, you know, what I'm thinking right now. And then what I'm going to do, these are kind of backwards, but it's fine, is I want to write, actually, no, we'll wait. I was going to say I want to write like what's left over, but let's do, so I know for sure I want money for groceries, and $100 is honestly enough. I just need to actually do a good job of buying food. I always think like, yeah, this is great. This is exactly what I'm going to want. This is going to be enough. Like, it's going to be great. And then I end up buying, like, eating out or something or buying DoorDash or whatever, because I stink. I hate cooking. It's a struggle. So yeah. Good times. All right. So I know for sure groceries. I also have these savings challenges envelopes from Playing with Elise that I'm trying to do every month. So I guess I want this to be savings challenge. So for the 31st, I'm going to do the half of February and then half of February. And then for the 28th, I'll do half of March. She has them broken out by, like, let me find one. She has them broken out by day. So there's enough on these on these little trackers to put $5 away every day. However, it's easier for me personally to just divide it in two and then be like, okay, that's what I'm going to take out, like, for each paycheck. And then I'm just like, here you go. Like, I'll just put it in here and then I'll deal with it at the end of the month or whatever. You know, I'll have it set aside and I don't have to worry about it because, yeah, I know myself and I know that, like, putting it out of the way, I'm very out of sight, out of mind as a person. So this will work for me. Okay, so those, and then for March, it'll be $77.50, which is a weird number, but we're just going to put it for now. Okay, the next one is I want to put aside for my car insurance. I currently have $80 set aside. So, also at some point during this, I'll probably get my per diem from my work trip, but I usually just factor that in like when I get it after the fact, because I never know exactly how much that's going to be either. In other words, I have no idea how much money I'm ever going to get, so it's always a struggle. I feel like that's my biggest problem with budgeting, is I don't know exactly how much money I'm going to have. And life is expensive. But for this one, let's do 85. If I put that aside for all of these paychecks, and then also for the first paycheck in March, I think I'll be good. The other reason that I was thinking I'm going to rewrite this column into here is because, again, what if like something like this, I want to change that because I have more than I need, or, you know, something like that. So that's kind of, I'm like, well, this is what we'll start with. This is like my framework, and then I adjust as needed. Maybe that's not the best way to go about it, but it works pretty well for me. So that's what I'm going to stick with for right now. The next one, I think I'm going to do personal. So I really want to attempt to spend in cash versus, which I know I've said this like 17 times and I just stink at it, but we'll see how it goes. I'm thinking, actually, sorry. I'm going to come back to that one because I want to see like what I'm working with kind of thing first. So yeah, I might honestly come back to that one after more of January is over. When I'm filming this, it's currently the 19th. But when more of January is over, that way I can kind of figure out like how much am I spending, and then like, okay, how much do I want to like cut this back kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I can always adjust things as needed. Okay, personal. This is a sinking fund that I want to start right now because, which I'm calling it work, but it's more like, so for my job this year, I'm going to get to travel to Europe and like the Pacific. And I know that I'm going to want to go buy things, right? Like souvenirs and all sorts of things. So I'm like, well, I'm going to want money for that. So I want to start putting aside money for this. And I'm thinking, honestly, just like $50. Because if I can just put aside this little bit of money, it's going to put me in a pretty good spot. So let's see where we're at as of right now for this paycheck. So 2041.90 minus 1181.73, and then minus 100 minus 70. Okay, so we're at 555.17. That's pretty good. So let's do I'm gonna do $150. That's like $75 a week, which I feel like is plenty since I don't really go out and do that much. I am a spender, but a lot of what I spend money on is like stickers and stuff. So yeah, I could put aside more money for stickers as well. Actually, this would be a good paycheck to do it since I will have, like, since it's going to be a bigger paycheck. So let's do that. Stickers / planners, whatever. We'll do planners. I need some water. My throat is dying. Okay. So, what did I say I was at? 555.17? Is that right? I don't know. I cleared it. That was silly of me. Okay. All right, 405.17. So let's just do It's honestly kind of ridiculous how much stickers cost, because I feel like if I just put aside $50, like that's not that much. But also, do I need to spend that much? No, I don't. So we'll put 50 into a fund there. And then the rest I'll just leave in my checking account as kind of like, you know, a backup or whatever. Just, you know, it makes me feel better. Like I want to do a zero-based budget really bad, but also it makes me anxious. So this is what I go with. All right, let's do this one. 18, 71, 75. All right, let's do 100 in spending or personal spending, whatever. And then we'll just put 25 here. Okay, that's good. And most of the, well, all of this that I want to take out here will be cash. That way, like I said, out of sight, out of mind. It makes me feel better. Honestly, if I take it out of the bank, I usually kind of forget it exists. Oop. Okay. And see, here is why I will leave, like, you know, money in or whatever, because just taking out this as of right now, that leaves me with $42.29. So what I'm going to do is for this paycheck, we'll take out $200 for personal, and we will go ahead and make this $50. And then for this paycheck, we won't do anything for these two. And then, but I'll still have like some left over, right? So so I've said here, we'll have 42. And then let's do this math again really quick. All right, so for this paycheck, I'll have like $350, I'll have almost $200, and then I will only have like, you know, $40. But all of those added together, that's almost $600. So it really comes down to, I have to only spend this, like what I'm budgeting for. That's it. That's all I get. Maybe a little bit over because I will have some like give on this paycheck, like on the 31st paycheck. But honestly, if I could keep that up, then what I can do is like for March, I can move like half of that into savings or, you know, take out more for sinking funds, that kind of thing. So this is kind of my plan. This is where I'm at right now. This is what I'm shooting for. This is, you know, my hopes and dreams, I guess, for my money for, actually, this will go in front of March now. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm hoping for. So I hope that that was maybe helpful. I can never decide, honestly, if I'm being helpful. Mostly I just like decorating the monthly. No, I'm kidding. I do feel like, you know, it's hard, and seeing other people and how they're working things out when it comes to budgeting, I feel like it can be helpful, even if it's not like exactly how you would do it or what would make you comfortable or, you know, anything like that. It's just something else to like, it's like a jumping off point, right? Like I would say Planning with Elise is definitely my jumping off point. But I also know that the exact way that she does it doesn't work for my budget, like for my money, because of how I get paid and that kind of thing. So yeah, here we are. All right, I will leave you with this. Oh no, my camera was very crooked. I apologize. That might have actually been better since I was writing on an angle. Okay, that's gonna be all for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you got maybe something out of this video. Yeah, So as always, if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, you can hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.